going to simplify rational expressions. We have 4 conditions. It contains no negative exponents, like this first one we're going to do has negative exponents. We have no rational exponents in the denominator. For example, this one does. Excuse me, I had to sneeze. It's not a complex fraction, and the index of any remaining radical is as small as possible. So basically on this one, I'm going to go ahead and take care of this negative right here by flipping the numerator and the denominator, and then I'm going to make that a positive. So if you flip it, you get x to negative 3/2 over, and there's several ways to do this. No, I think I am going to do it a different way. What I'm going to do is go ahead and take the numerator, multiply it by negative 2 here, and then the denominator. There's so many ways to do this. So this one would be negative 3/2 to the negative 2. So when you get this, you're going to get, your numerator is going to be 2 to the negative 2 and x to the 4th. And your denominator is simply going to be x to the 6/2. So what happens is this is going to be, I'm going to bring that down to the denominator, so I have x to the 4th in the numerator. That's going to be 2 squared. To the 6/2, that's just going to be x cubed. So our final answer is x to the 4th times 4x cubed. Well, this simplifies as just x over 4, because these reduce. This is like saying x to the 4th minus 3, which equals x to the 1st power, which should be in the numerator. So that's your final answer. On these, I'm only going to do 3 more, and I tried to pick ones that were kind of odd. So this is the odd set. Now we have this one, and if you recall from a previous video, this is the same as square root of m minus 1. And we can't have a radical in the denominator, so what we're going to do is multiply this by the conjugate, which is m plus 1, square root of m plus 1. And when we do that, the numerator is just going to be square root of m plus 1. Now the denominator now has the form of a minus b times its conjugate, a plus b. That equals a squared minus b squared. So my a is square root of m squared, put your minus, and my b is 1 squared. So what we're going to get is square root of m plus 1 over, this just equals m minus 1. And that's your final answer. Okay, for this one, I'm going to go ahead and bring him up here, and that's going to be and get rid of the negative exponent. That's c to the 1/2 times c to the 2/3 minus c to the, I'm going to put 1st power. Now go ahead and distribute, and you get c, and you're using your power property. That's going to be 2 over 6 minus c to the 1st power, which basically equals c to the 1/3 minus c. Okay. The next one we have is this one. We can't have exponents in the denominator, so I'm merely going to multiply this by b to the 3/7, both the numerator and the denominator. And what that does for the denominator, that gives me b, and I'm using my product rule, is 4 to the 7th plus 3 to the 7th. The numerator, we just have b to the 3/7. This equals 1, so we just have b to the 3/7 over b. Now that gets rid of the exponent in the denominator. And that's all I have. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.